We got Monday, July 28th, 2025. I'll call the Chickasaw County Board of Supervisors meeting to convene. Roll call, all members are present along with Board Secretary Sheila Shackleton. Approve the agenda for July 28th, 2025. I'll make a clerical error was made on the agenda. Under discuss and approve resolution 7/28/25-25, the last number should be a 29, not 25. If that is okay with everyone, is there a motion to approve the agenda with that correction?
I'll make that motion.
Correct.
Motion by Steve, second by Travis to approve the agenda with that one change from 25 to 29 on that resolution. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Approve the minutes from last Monday, the 21st. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Travis, second by Isaac to approve the minutes from July 21st. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'll do an abstain. Anybody against? It was passed 4-0 with me abstaining. Discuss and approve the certification of abstract of taxes and tax lists for the 2024 tax assessment collected in 25-26. Sheila?
So we put together all our levies and reconciled our numbers, our valuations, and our net valuations, our homestead credits, military, egg land, and family farmland. So now with that, I just would like you guys to look it over and certify it.
And the next process is to give it to the treasurer, and then he looks it over, and then
We'll
prints
roll it
it.
over, yeah.
I did have a chance to look at those last week, and yeah, I think they match what was certified with the letters from each city, tax body. So,
You addressed the tip issue from last time?
the TIF issue,
Yes.
City of New Hampshire, I believe, wants it all.
And so it's pretty easy this time.
Yeah, so this is done, and then the treasurer will take care of it and be mailed out hopefully in the next week or two. Is there a motion to approve the certification of abstract of taxes for 24 tax assessment year?
So.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Scott, second by Travis to approve the certification of abstract of taxes and tax list for the tax assessment year 24 to be collected in 25-26. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion is carried. Discuss and approve resolution 7/28/25-29 to designate voting representatives for the Iowa State Association of Counties. You guys all saw this. This was emailed to, I think, Sheila and myself 2 weeks ago, probably.
No, actually, I just got it.
You
this
just got
week.
it.
Yeah. So,
Anyway, they passed a new bylaw in ISAC that they wanted an updated list of names. You guys saw that? Do you have any questions? The one they had prepared had some past department head numbers, so they just got fixed.
We obligated to update this then as we go, or just a one-time every year thing they want it, or what's the specifications or request on that?
I just think before the annual conference in August, they want to know who is able to vote on behalf of the county.
Okay.
I suppose it should be a normal July thing if something changes. just so they know if there's some hot topics at ISAC and your conference, inside those meetings, they want to make sure that us five have the right to vote. They didn't ask for any alternates. It's just, and we do have some blanks, like Iowa Community Service Association, county zoning official, and the IT organization. But everyone else is filled in with said department heads / elected officials. Anything else? They do want a copy to support at iowacounty.org.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 07-28-25-29.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Isaac, second by Steve to approve resolution 7/28/25-29 to designate voting representatives for the Iowa State Association of Counties. Any discussion? Roll call, Isaac?
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
Travis?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Jake? Aye. Motion is carried 5-0. During public comments, you let me know.
No public comment.
Discuss opioid litigation, David.
Yeah, so we receive emails through the auditor's office and my office probably weekly, if not more, from our attorneys, because it's more than one that represents all the states, all the counties, all the litigants, updating us on what's going on with the various forms of litigation. They're suing distributors, the marketers, everyone under the sun. I feel like they're having to touch and deal with opioids. And then from time to time, probably not monthly, but at least several times a year, we receive requests to sign off on certain documents, to join potential litigation, to join settlement negotiations, or if it's a proposed settlement, to vote on people's bankruptcy filings, all those types of things. It's pretty cookie cutter, standard stuff that I think all the counties are receiving throughout the nation. So I usually sign off on those, so I thought it'd just be appropriate to come ask you guys for a motion to authorize me to sign any documents at the request of our attorneys in the opioid litigation. That way I'm covered. If something ever comes back from litigation that says, what authority did you have to sign off on behalf of the county? You guys can give me that authority to do so. Anything that I would suggest we do against the advice of the attorneys, I would come and ask you for your special permission to do that. So I'm asking that be restricted to just following the advice of the attorneys, the recommendations from our nationwide attorneys as part of that litigation process.
Do you have a set law firm? Do you want to put that in there?
There's multiple ones that represent us. Sometimes the AG's office sends us emails on different settlements and different distributions. I don't know that I have that information.
No, that's
One out of Wisconsin, one out of Chicago, I believe, and then they oftentimes ask for information. Sometimes we get FOIA requests from attorneys representing some of these corporations, entities that want to know specific information for us. So I work with Chickasaw office down to put that together and send that to them as well. So just basically authorization to continue doing what we've been doing with respect to the litigation itself, and it just continues to expand and include other entities as we're going. And if you want me to come up every time I get one of those, I certainly can. But this just seems like a clean, easy way of doing it, as long as I'm following the recommendations of the firm that represents all of us.
Nope, agreed. Is there a sub motion for that? Is there a second?
Sorry.
Motion by Travis, second by Scott to authorize Chickasaw County attorney to represent the county board of supervisors in day-to-day document requests.
It says signing the documents as recommended by the nationwide attorneys.
Perfect.
For the opioid litigation.
Anybody have a concern, question, discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion is carried. Discuss opioid advisory board.
So not really an update, we're meeting tomorrow morning. So continue to look at potential projects. We just got another tranche of money last week. So the account continues to grow. And there's a settlement on my desk now that I have authority to sign it for another batch of money that'll be coming here in the next month. And we got their September 1 signatures to do on that one, so there's another batch of money that'll be trickling in. So the money continues to accumulate. Other counties are spending it on certain purposes. We don't seem to have spent very much of ours.
Now we have $118,939.15.
There you go. So I know that we've expanded the program in Nashville, Plainfield, and Summer Fred schools. We're going to try and get that program started here in New Hampton schools. That's kind of our goal this year. And then Lisa has some other ideas for the public health connections. That's to study some money as well. And as you guys know, the restrictions are very tight on these. So we're doing our best to try and put our heads together and find some ideas. We're working on pathways as well. I'll be on the call tomorrow.
Yeah,
If you guys have any suggestions
We
or ideas.
we have an agreement with Pathways, right?
Correct. Yep. To hire them to perform some knowledgeable service. Means let us know, but
Anything with an update with the newspaper, or is that tomorrow's discussion?
that's tomorrow's discussion. It's printed for the file. Well, I don't,
Let us know.
yeah, and just run the meeting, I guess.
Any questions for David on the advisory board opioid? All right, thank you. I don't know if she's here or not. Oh, she's out there. Carrie?
Sorry.
Oh, she's on the bench out there.
Yep.
Are you just
No, we just finished, so it was a great timing.
Welcome. Can I have you sign in, please?
You bet.
Mhm.
Got 9/11. I'm gonna butcher this. Is it
Paradigm benefits.
Paradigm Benefits?
Yeah.
Director of Retirement Plan Services, Carrie Schaefer? Good morning. Annual plan review.
Yes. Right, so. Just have a handout so you guys can kind of follow along, but. Thanks. Okay, so Chickasaw County has their retirement plan, kind of in addition to the IFRS an option. It's very similar to a 401k plan. People can defer out of their paychecks either on a pre-tax or after-tax basis on a Roth basis. Roth runs very similar to a Roth IRA, except for it has a lot higher limits. So if you're under 50, then you can put in 23,500 in Roth or pre-tax, and if you're over 50, it's up to 31,000. So pretty high limits. Most people don't get anywhere near that, but it's nice to have that option. Kind of in the very first part, I just have the fund fact sheet there. As of 12/31 of 2024, we had $1.7 million in the plan. 200,000 of that is in a Bank Iowa CD. And then 1.4 million is in mutual funds. And then we've got some ancillary managed accounts from long ago as well. We've got 45 people contributing in the plan. Basically, people become eligible for it after 6 months of hire. And $71,376 go in a year. The majority of people, we've got 9 people doing pre-tax dollars and 20 people doing Roth deferrals into it. And that's kind of a byproduct of the fact that they've also got IFRS. We kind of talk a little bit about the fact that you've got your pre-tax bucket in IFRS. So then like it's nice to have a Roth bucket as well, but people can choose either or both for that matter. And we've got 37 different investment options in the plan, including that Bank Iowa CD. So every couple of years, well, about 6 years actually, we revise the document to kind of bring it up to current standards, and we didn't do that again this time. So there's been no changes according to the provisions or anything like that. So that is something that Sheila, I will give to you. The front is just a resolution saying that you're adopting this updated version.
Mhm.
And that could be signed by the secretary or the president or whoever you want it. And then and then Sheila, you can sign the other two parts of it. And then,
So we need to do a motion on this, or should we need to put it on next week's agenda, or?
It's resolution the next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's okay.
okay, yeah, absolutely.
And
Yep.
I'll sign it.
Yep. And then you can just, you can just send back the signature pages to me,
Okay.
email those back, that's fine. And then this is the 1231, just overall, accounts and everything like that. And that's kind of just for your records. Okay. In the packet, I've also got John Hancock, that's where the majority of the mutual funds are held at. They're a huge provider in both the 401k and 450, this is called a 457 plan. That's just because you guys are a governmental entity. So it works the same way, they just have different code sections for that. And it just gives some basic information on the plan. They've got, it kind of talks about the average participant balance is 37,733. 21 people are going online, which is an uptick from where we were last time. And and then also in the back are the mutual funds that are offered in the plan. So these funds I do watch, and on the next item in there is a fiduciary services breakdown, which is just, I do a couple different mechanisms to just verify that the funds are doing well for their categories that they're in. And this is the FI 360 is one of them that I use. And so right now it is telling us that all the mutual funds, green and light green are good, and then yellow, we start watching the fund, and then red, we generally will seek to get rid of it. The funds are all in really good shape, especially the target date funds. Really happy with those. The one fund that I would like to replace is the Global Large Cap Value Fund. And that's that's kind of just hitting a little bit below the standards that I like to see. And so I would also, suggest replacing that fund. We have about 30 different funds to choose from in that category. I mapped out like 3 of the top performers. And so I am suggesting that you replace this with the replace the Franklin Mutual Beacon Z Fund, Large Cap Global, with the DFA International Value Fund. Same type of fund, just has a little bit better returns, and it's cheaper. So kind of 2 upsides there. So that would be kind of a motion also, if we can do that.
So just the global large stock value.
Yep, yep.
So you want to replace the
Franklin Mutual Beacon,
blue one
yep,
with the
with the
top.
black one.
black.
Yeah, that does make it easier.
So it's the last graph. She's watching this fund, the Franklin Mutual Beacon Z
Yep,
is not performing. Her suggestion would be cancel that and take that fund to the DFA,
Yeah.
International Value.
this only affects 2 people. So, and I'll talk to those 2 people as well. And they will, so in addition to that, this is a forum that allows me to do that. There will be, Sheila, I'll email you this, but I'm gonna give it to you too. There will be, I don't know, those are my 2 people. There it is. I have a notice here that can be given to the members. If you want, I will email that to you.
Mhm.
And
This
that,
is to be given to the members.
give it, yeah, yep. It just tells them that on September 15th, that will be the change. I'm sorry.
So are you emailing it, or do you want me to email it?
I will email it. If you want an email copy, I will email that to you. I don't know what your preference is.
I like those.
Okay, perfect. And then this is the form that allows us to replace that. And that notice is just gonna say that this is what's gonna happen on September 15th, basically, that it's gonna transfer from this fund to this fund.
Otherwise, yeah, all the other ones are in green.
Yeah, they're all doing well.
So after we do the motion, and we can.
I can sign that.
Mhm.
If the board gives me permission. Yeah, all the other ones looking good, right?
Yep, all of them are looking good, so. I do check that quite often, so. And I do usually give them, I don't like jump on it when they turn yellow at all. But this one, I guess it's been trending down, and so I feel like since we're having this meeting anyway, that it's a good time to just replace that, especially because I have a cheaper option that's been doing a little bit better, so.
Any questions?
So on this part right here that you want me to sign, I can do that whether they,
Oh,
before the resolution, or you want me to wait till after the resolution?
wait, the packet.
Yeah, so, doing the fund change
No.
can be done okay.
This one.
Yeah, you should probably wait.
Okay.
Anybody have questions for Carrie? Is there any other way to get more people involved, like an email out or?
We could certainly do that. The thing that I run into with this particular organization is the fact that they have IPers, you know what I mean? So this is just kind of like an additional thing. But yeah, people are interested in it, they just, but it doesn't seem like, unless I call them individually sometimes, that they'll come see me, so.
I'm just wondering if the new people that the county has hired even knows this is an option.
So I do call them.
You do?
Mhm.
Okay.
I, a lot of times, don't have their number here, so I'll leave voicemails, and sometimes people will disregard that because, there's so many scam, you know what I mean? It's, that's fair. So I do try to, if I can get their phone number here, then I'll call and tell them.
45 is about,
Yeah, and I
40%.
have 10 meetings today, I think. So, some of the new people, some of the people that have been here for a while and haven't joined in the past, and then some are just people that, are already in the plan. And I'm always available for plan reviews. If somebody calls me and wants a meeting, I will come here. And then I make sure to get here at least, to do these meetings.
Well, we did get an email several weeks ago that you were gonna be here, so I passed that on to my employees,
Okay.
correct.
so.
Yeah, it is an easy, cost-effective way to contribute to retirement, so.
All right, anybody else have questions for Carrie with our 457 plan for what we offer to employees?
Okay,
All right, we'll put it on next week's agenda and
okay,
we'll get it off to you.
okay, sounds good, thanks so much. Yeah, definitely just give me a call, Sheila, if any questions come up.
Oh, I'll probably come see you afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
Make sure I got this right.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on through the agenda, Land Use Administrator Ray Arnell. Good morning, Ray.
Lauren,
Discuss and approve resolution 728-25-28 for Crooks. For some reason, our stuff is not loading this morning. Do we have a paper copy?
well, I don't have paper copy for everybody, but.
No, that's why we
I-
pass it, but
I can
some of
share.
us saw it. Does any board member have the option to open it? Because I
Here's-
tried.
Here's the aerial maps, if you want to pass around, what's outlined in blue here is the parent parcel. You want to take a look at that? Then here I have the parcels that are being split off, drawn in. They're just splitting some of the timber area off to split, to sell, or to give to the daughter and Brent. So it's a non-issue, no building site, and no building sites involved.
This is over in Gilmore for Darrell Crooks Revocable Trust, 2354 Gilmore Avenue, Ionia. Anybody have questions, concerns? Everybody signed off? We got that?
Everybody has signed off.
Perfect. Is there a motion to approve resolution 728-2528? Steve moves. Was that Steve? Oh, sorry.
I just in my own,
Yours loaded.
which I didn't make a motion. approve resolution 7/28/25/28.
Was there a second? Scott. Motion by Steve, second by Scott to approve resolution 7/28/25/28, a minor subdivision for Darrell Crooks Revocable Trust. Any discussion? If not, roll call. Steve?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Travis?
Aye.
Isaac?
Aye.
Jake? Aye. Motion is carried 5-0. Discuss and review minor subdivision fees and survey fees.
You should have had in your packet. Currently, when we have a survey come in, I review all surveys that come in, regardless of whether it's going to be a minor subdivision, major subdivision, or a simple split. I review them all. It was recommended several years ago by a local surveyor that, maybe you should be charging for all surveys for review and maybe increase the fee for the minor subdivision. So if you look at your packet right now, if it's a simple split, I have no fee charged. If it's a minor subdivision, it's $100. Major subdivision, we don't have any record of what the fee should be because it's supposedly in the land use office or, available. I can't find anything anywhere where there was a fee set up for major subdivisions.
Do you have any majors?
No, we have not had any majors since I've taken over. Major subdivisions would be like your rural subdivision, where they've gone in and they've created like 10 or 12 lots, and they've got their own private road or a road they want to dedicate to the city, to the county. We have not had any of those for a substantial period of time. So
then you got recommendation.
yeah, I would recommend a simple split, $100 fee. Minor subdivision to $150, major subdivision $500 plus. That's up to debate, depends on, because you're gonna have, create a subdivision plat. You're going to make sure that subdivision plat name is not in use anywhere. You're going to have to, advertise and put public notice out on that. You're gonna have your readings and such. You're gonna have to verify, one, that would be verified the grading and everything else on the roads, lots, any easements that go along with that. So, and then towards the bottom there, as far as actual, surveys, we've had, you can see there the number of surveys. Now, that's not necessarily the number of parcels, because some of those surveys have created 2 or 3, and sometimes 4 parcels. But it would just be based on the actual survey that comes in, the fees. So you can kind of see there what that would have generated over the last 4 or 5 years.
Would we have to change or amend the ordinance?
Yes.
Yes. You guys like these recommendations? To me, it's a cost to do this. It adds revenue.
Are these numbers in line with some surrounding counties or?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
And I guess the major subdivision, you guys okay with 5 or should it be more? I mean, a major is more than 5 or more than 10 or?
There is no set, It comes down to when you're gonna actually put in roads and services.
I would think Harbor Ridge would probably be the last time.
Yeah, there's been a couple since, but they're just all paper plats, nothing's ever been done with them. We've had, I think, 2, but Harbor Ridge is probably one of the more recent ones that's actually been developed. Yeah,
And I don't know if you were $500 would not be enough to.
No, not on something like that. How do you develop something on a per lot basis?
And to me, that would probably be covered by the developer. So
Yeah,
if they're gonna develop 5 acres, the county's doing more work for that development.
you know, and you're also looking at the fact that, you know, you're gonna bring the engineer into play here as far as reviewing, you know, the road grading and everything else, to make sure that, you know, it's been developed, or what the proposed development will meet their needs or their requirements.
I guess, you guys okay with the simple split at 100? Yeah, and then minor subdivision going up $50. And then what do you guys feel about major subdivisions? 750?
We got 500 plus, so that's saying that.
Well, I'm just saying, 500
That's
plus, I
not-
just do that as, you know, let's start at 500 and go from there. You can go like, you know, maybe on a per lot basis, you know, the first 10 lots, 500, if it's a 10 lots or less, it's 500. Anything above that, 11 to 20 lots, we're talking maybe 750, anything above 20 lots, 21 lots and more, which would be like Harbor Ridge, you know, we're talking $1,000. Something, you could do something like that if you like.
Anybody have a suggestion, or does that sound?
That's nice, I mean, that's fair, I think.
So what did you propose, Ray, for an idea? On the major?
20 lots.
One to 10 lots, 500,
So under 10,
11 to 20 would be 750, and 21 plus would be 1,000. Is that what you're thinking?
I think so. You will get something drafted up for an ordinance amendment?
Yeah. Work with David and put that together.
I mean, I think that all seems fair, for the landowner.
I couldn't tell you how long it's been at $100 for a minor subdivision.
Anybody else have anything for the review minor subdivisions, major and simple, and survey fees?
And a floodplain permit, is that like surveying out of the floodplain?
Well, regarding floodplain, we don't have any fee schedule, it's just making a permit or applying for approval. And usually what I do there, I am oftentimes in contact with DNR. I've only had 3, and DNRs has always signed off. I've always gotten a referral from DNR, and they have to apply to DNR as well.
Yeah.
DNR signs off, it's done, it's a done deal. If there's something that does not involve DNR, then that would come to you. But we have not had any of those. Everything we've had has been like a bridge replacement. And as long as their deck is no lower than the existing floodplain, or at least 1 foot above the existing floodplain, it's approval. We've had a bridge for a railroad trestle crossing over like a creek. We've had a couple of those in recent years. Otherwise, very minimal, but we don't have any application. Most of it usually comes from the engineer's office or from like the railroad. We haven't had any private landowner apply or through floodplain permit to put up a structure.
All right, is that one good? Thanks for on that. So discuss in first reading of Chickasaw County Ordinance D1-8 utility scale solar installations. You guys all got a copy, I think, last week in our packet that had some yellow lines on it. Those are the changes.
Yep. I got a copy here, a plain copy with that, with everything cleaned up and, the deletions removed. So. Worked with David on the recommendations. He has seen all the changes I've made. Copy, Jerry.
So are we considering this, David, as the first reading of the final draft?
Yeah, and I think you should have a copy available in both Ray's office and at Sheila's office, or copies available if anyone wants to come up and get them, review them, make public comment on them. And you probably should put it on the website, stamp draft at the top, and put it on the website as a draft of it, so folks can go online and look at it as well if they have any questions or want to see what you're proposing to put in place.
And that being said, I think we should not waive the second and third at this time. We should have the option of citizens, property owners, review this. We've been working on this for a couple of weeks now. Ordinance is not drafted or not done until the publication notice is in the paper of the final. So today would mark as our first reading of Chickasaw County Ordinance V1-8, utility scale solar installations.
The one thing I would ask, just for verification, is on the fee, will that be non-refundable or not? I have it in the ordinance that it would be non-refundable. That would be in section 9, the administrative fee.
Yeah, I'm okay with non-refundable.
Okay. That was the only one that I think, Dave and myself was, whether that should be or not, I had no problem with the other.
If you guys don't have anything, I believe in the past, we accept this as our first reading and set the second reading on said date. And not waive second or third, we set the date.
I would not, especially if you're gonna put it on the website, I'll do it from there. I mean, it's gonna affect a lot of people. I don't think it's an emergency. It's not, doesn't need to be done next week or this week. So I mean, I can do the second reading, next Monday, and the third reading the following Monday. Do 3 consecutive board meetings, put up on the website, it's available. Make sure Bob puts an article in the paper that it's up on the website, and available at any county office to be picked up. Everyone wants to review it and make comments on it. But they did a good job on it. We worked diligently, I feel like, the last week or two, making a lot of changes to it. I feel like it's makes a lot more sense to me than it did on day one. We've compromised on some things and got it the way I think it reads well. Like I told him last week, we could make this 500 pages, probably not cover everything. But it's a good starting point and at least sets us up for some ability to craft these things.
Was there a motion then to accept the first reading and set the second reading? And potentially the third?
I would make a motion to accept the first reading and set the second reading for August 4th. Second.
There's a motion by Scott, second by Travis to have today as our official first reading of the said ordinance V1-8, utility scale solar installation, and have the second reading recorded for August 4th, boardroom of the courthouse. Also publish it in the county website, correct?
Draft copy.
As a
Draft
copy. As a draft copy.
Make sure you stand draft.
Yep.
Any other discussion on the said motion? If not, we'll do a roll call on this one. Scott?
Aye.
Travis?
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
Isaac?
Aye.
Jake, aye. Motion is carried 5-0. Thanks, Ray and Dave.
And I'll work with Dave on getting the subdivision ordinance fee schedule in there as we discussed.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Claims, looks like payroll was dated on July 25th, last Friday. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Travis, second by Steve to approve the payroll claims dated July 25th, 25. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, anybody opposed? Motion is carried. Prior bills, claims were in the amount of $29,585.22. When I looked at those are a lot of credit cards in there, which is fine, so. Is there a motion to approve that amount for prior bills?
So,
Second.
Motion by Scott, second by Steve to approve the prior bills of $29,585.22. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, anybody opposed? Motion's carried. The claims, you guys got a packet on Friday of a lower amount. The new amount is $194,836.07. When I was going through them, noted that the radio communication towers and rentals were not paid. They were due to be paid in July to Kirkenbach and Cedar Wapsie Communication. So the auditor staff was kind enough to get those entered this morning, so we don't miss those deadlines. Kirkenbach is every quarter, and Cedar Wapsie is every 6 months. So that's why that number jumped. Otherwise, I don't see no issues. So is there a motion to approve the $194,836.07?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Travis, second by Isaac to approve the amount of $194,836.07 as claims. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion is carried. Committee assignments. Travis, have any? Steve, Scott, Steve, Isaac? My only update would be, so CSS is meeting in this boardroom on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We need quorum to approve the claims from last month. So this boardroom will be open to the public, but we're hoping that everybody just zooms in for the call. So the agenda is posted for that, and then it's an open meeting. So, if there's no other committee assignments, discuss future agenda items. I do have some emails last week from Chad Humpo. He's looking at putting a new dock at the Howard Woods Park down by Nashua. And then we need to talk about the budget amendment. Anything else for future agenda items?
I just want to stay again and clarify for budget amendment. So are you asking us just traditional first budget amendment in July to clean up things that need cleaned up? Or are you asking for us to submit a wish list of things to spend the surplus on? And if not, how are you going to communicate that to department heads? I mean, are you planning on using the surplus for infrastructure, to cover other bills, to save for next year, in case of potential budget cuts? Or is this really a wish list of things we'd like to include back in our budget that we delete out? I just feel like, I don't know that I have anything, I might have a small one, but I don't know that that was communicated initially. Some people came up and took it as, hey, there's extra money, let me throw in my wish list. Some people took it as, I just need cleanups, for lack of a better term. What guidance do we have as department heads from that?
Yeah, my personal opinion was cleanups, just because of the air condition / cooler upstairs, and the generator. But I was open to see if there's any other request out there. Unless somebody else has a different opinion on the wish list, I guess, the way you quote it.
Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it.
No, I know.
Things above and beyond the necessary things that just kind of got washed over in the budget process is, I neglected this and the numbers came in differently.
Correct.
If I have a project, software program, the only thing I have. Is that something you want me to bring to you, or is that kind of off the table? We're just looking at cleaning things up. I just don't want to waste my time on it if that's not what we're discussing, but.
I guess it's a software issue, if I could ask, an emergency, or was it something that
No.
you need?
No, not like imminently, but the next couple of years I'll probably need it, so it's now the time to come, that's what I'm asking. I just don't know the department heads, maybe I'm out
No,
of left
good
field as
question.
usual
Good
sometimes, but.
Unless any other board member has a different opinion on that future agenda item.
I don't want to miss my chance, I guess is the thing. If you guys are gonna reward some money of the surplus, I want to be in line as well.
Anybody else have a comment on that?
I would disagree. I mean, I think it's just a cleanup, and, yeah, because the air conditioner issue came up. I mean, I'm gonna say, I would like to see the largest budget cut and get some funds back. I'm gonna state that public. I feel like a certain department was slashed pretty hard. And I know it's hard to just sit here and say, hey, I just wanna give money back to one department, but this department took the largest cut in their budget by far. And it is affecting a lot of people, so besides that, I'm okay with cleanup.
Yeah, we're having it on next week. Some things in the future, not next week, but I believe we are opening up RFPs for the architect contractor for the secondary road project. And then the 8th, the 2 bids are due for the cooler tower and the generator, which will be opened on the 11th. If I'm missing anything else, I think those are the key. Just go back to claims a little bit. I'll throw this in. You did do the transfer, Sheila, for the 75,000.
I did.
So those are in your pool cash report today, which brought the landfill post-closure down to 339 as a balance today. Otherwise, tax slips will be going out the next week or two. And some people actually pay on the day off when they get them. It'll keep bringing in revenue for general basic and all the other tax levies. Anything else I'm forgetting or needs to be added to next week? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion by Isaac, second by Steve to adjourn at 9:47. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you.